Hello again and welcome to Opium Pulse's Limited and Rare Musical Gems. Today, as you might have guessed if you didn't read the title, we are doing a Korn chronological limited edition and rare album review. We're going to start with the discography and then we're going to move into some sort of extras, so sort of like the live greatest hits and rare albums. So this video might be quite long, but if you're a Korn fan or you want to be a Korn fan, it'll be worth the ride, I promise you. So yeah, here we go. The first album is the self-titled Korn, which many consider to be the rawest, heaviest, and likely the best Korn album there is. This is, I believe, it doesn't state it, but I believe this is the either 10th or 20th anniversary edition, because it comes in a steel case. The only other edition, and I'm not even sure if this is right, but mine came with the All Mixed Up album, which is Adidas Radio Mix, Good God Dub Pistols Remix, Got the Life Remix, Twist Chi Live, and Jingle Balls, which is a Korn song where Head sings. But I'm not sure if that comes with every one of these. It might have just been a limited promo. So you might, if you buy this, just get the steel case. It's hard to see this on the video, but you can see that it's not a standard case, it's chunky. So it's cool to own for hardcore Korn fans. Next, we have Life is Peachy. This is not a limited edition. As far as I know, there is no limited edition of Life is Peachy, so this is just the standard album. But I wanted to show you them in order so that, you know, if you didn't have a certain album, you could see what it looks like and see what comes on it. So that's Life is Peachy. Next album is Follow the Leader. So this is, as you can see, a special limited edition 2 CD. There is no chunky version or, you know, nice and shiny one. This is basically just Follow the Leader, which then comes with a bonus disc. And it says what comes on it here. It's just remixes, basically. One of them features Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. It's not the greatest limited edition. For an album that sold so well, you'd think they'd capitalise by releasing a big, you know, limited edition for fans to buy. Maybe that's what this was, and that's all the additional content they had, but it's not great. Next, again, one of the biggest Korn albums, Issues. Again, no limited edition. This is the standard edition of Issues. There are limited editions because this artwork was designed by a fan. There's 3 other fan editions that were sold as very limited editions, but they cost a lot. So I just have the standard issues because I am a poor immigrant. There you go. There's the other artwork you can buy the album in. So my personal favourite was this one, but only because it looks like other Korn albums. You know, there's always that sort of shadowy figure that's there to harm you. But, you know, that's a second favourite for me. Everyone knows the Korn doll. So that's Issues. Come on now. Next, we have Korn Untouchables. This now is a limited edition. I do have wear and tear here from a sticker, so this is not part of the album. If yours comes like that, then something weird's going on. So it's a shame, but it won't look like that if you buy it. So here you have the track list, which is hard to read here, but, you know, pause and stare at it all day. There you've got Korn in their prime, looking freaky as fuck. You've got the famous, I can't remember what they call this now, but this is what Jonathan uses to sing. That's his microphone stand. Then you've got the CD and DVD. So on the DVD, it has Here to Stay, the video and live, Thoughtless, and Got the Life live. We can confirm that on the back. There you go. Not the greatest DVD, but at least there's something extra. Then we've got Take a Look in the Mirror, which is when Korn tried to go back to their roots and record a heavier, rawer album. Special edition contains a bonus DVD, which, if we go to the back, bonus DVD features Korn Cut Up, Right Now, Mirror Mix video, the Untouchables 2007 tour. So it has maybe some of the tour, because it's only 30 minutes long, but again, you can't complain with extras. I'm not going to take the CDs out, because this video is already going to be long enough. Then we have See You on the Other Side. which is probably their biggest commercial success because some of the singles went to #1 on the radio, at least they did in the UK. Hard to see here. If we take this out, it makes no difference. Bonus disc looks like it has maybe a couple of videos and remixes. So let's open it up because the art for this is quite extravagant. Sort of like a Alice in Wonderland kind of feel to it. You can even see the key. You can tell they were inspired. So that's See You on the Other Side, which sounds a little bit like Take a Look in the Mirror. You know, See You on the Other Side of the Mirror. It kind of feels like they were meant to go hand in hand. Then you've got the other self-titled album, which most people consider as Korn 2. But it doesn't actually have a title. According to Korn, it's just Untitled. And inside here, this is a weird set. They went with a very different art style. This is just the standard CD in here with the track list on the back and the bonus song Sing Sorry. Then you've got the bonus DVD, which is sort of the making of the album. It's, what does it say here? Behind the scenes. And hundreds of Korn photos. And then here, I think we've got... So this is the book, which has, you know, extended art and maybe lyrics. And you've got sort of like postcards with members of the band. So you've got Monkey there, Fieldy there, and Jonathan there. Now this album is the... He's got a baby, for God's sake. This album is the one with the least original band members in it. Only Fieldy, Monkey, and Jonathan were left at this point. Which is probably why it's fans' least favourite, because it sounds so unlike them. And we've got here a poster in the art of the album. I mean, you can't deny the art. It's incredible. Then we got some more art there. Okay, so that's sort of the most jam-packed in terms of content. But the making of is really interesting, especially if you're interested into why David and why Head left the band. There's a little bit on there about that and the difficulties that came with recording the album with just 3 of the original members. And here we have Korn 3. They call it 3 because I think this album was supposed to be the rawest after the self-titled and Life is Peachy, not because this was a self-titled album and then this was another self-titled album, because this does have a title. It's called Remember Who You Are. So it's considered their 3rd rawest album in their set. That is what this documentary says. So if you want to verify that, watch the Untitled documentary. This is a CD and DVD set. Set on sort of like an oil rink. You can see like a ant's nest there. It's supposed to be barren and raw. On here you got a bonus DVD, in studio music. Also, this has a really cool bonus edition. This whole DVD is them recording the entire album in the studio. You basically get to see a studio video for each and every song, apart from the bonus tracks. And if you ever thought that Jonathan couldn't roar or growl or hit those notes, then you can see that he does. Probably one of my favourites in Korn's history. Then you've got the very controversial The Path of Totality, which is Korn's dubstep metal remix, which has collaborations with Skrillex, Excision, Datsik, Feed Me, Kill the Noise, 12th Planet, and Downlink. You've got the track list here. And bonus tracks. And then you've got the bonus DVD, which I think is a whole live set, including old classics and some of the new ones. Open this up. Standard art. Nothing too fancy. I think they wanted to go with something quite simplistic looking, considering it was a start again for their musical style. It's a good album, especially if you're into dubstep. You'll like the crossover. They did it well, and it is a bit of a you do have to sit and really listen to it a few times to really get into it. But once you do, you understand. This is one of their more recent ones. How do you even pronounce that? Come on. Paradigm Shift, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know why I can't remember that. I think this album kind of flew over my head a little bit. Head returns in this album. Ray is considered an official drummer. I think he is for the previous album anyway. But this is the first album with Head returning to the band after leaving, after Take a Look in the Mirror. So a lot of albums have released since Head was gone. Then you got the bonus DVD and the main CD. Does it say on the back here what comes with the bonus? No, that's cool, isn't it? I can't remember what comes with this, you know? Give me a second. No, I don't know what comes with the DVD. God damn it. I don't know. It comes with a DVD, though. And it does come with bonus tracks, which Wish I Wasn't Born Today and Tell Me What You Want. And then we have, which a lot of people might be watching for this reason, is the new album, The Serenity of Suffering. So this came out, by the time you're watching this, it probably came out yesterday. I bought the Deluxe edition because, as you can see, I do for every Korn album. And this is what it is. So this is actually just a standard jewel case. Really disappointed here. I knew they didn't say on Amazon what came with it, but a lot of the time it doesn't because they don't have the details by then. But as you can see, it's special edition featuring the singles and 2 bonus tracks and exclusive artwork. Like, you know, we buy it for exclusive artwork. We can't view that on the website. Jewel case. You can see the track list there, including the baby tracks, including the baby tracks sung by his baby. No, bonus tracks, Baby and Calling Me Too Soon. And you can see the doll is back, the Issues doll. They don't call it the Issues doll, but I mean, you don't get closer than that. And you can see the standard edition cover, which is on the inlay. You can see the doll again. They were sort of harping back to their original. I've heard this album a couple of times. I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet. The one with Corey Taylor from SlipSlot, I hated it at the start. Now I really like it. So maybe it's just, you know, maybe you just got to grow to it. But as you can see, it's like a standard edition. How would you know, other than this sticker, which I had to take off of the packaging, because, you know, otherwise it would just look like the standard edition, and 2 bonus tracks. Really disappointed for Korn, but they do have a big box edition, which you can only buy in America, which comes with lots of goodies. And if I could afford that, and if I could be bothered to wait, I would have bought it. But if you're going for Deluxe edition, you get this, and if you buy the standard edition, you get even less. So that's probably the worst out of the recent limited editions. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to blast through these quite quickly. We're moving on to some rare and sort of bonus albums that aren't in the main discography of Korn. So we're going to start with a bootleg. I'm not even sure if this was ever condoned by Korn, but this is Proud. This is probably the most famous bootleg of the Korn collection, a collection of rare and unreleased tracks. So this is really hard to read on the back here. You know what? I'm not going to read all of that because I'm just going to go so slow because it's hard to read. But it's basically, at the time when this was released, it was all the Korn tracks that you couldn't find anywhere else, which was bootlegged onto this. And I think it was rumoured that this album did actually exist at one point, and maybe it did. But then it was bootlegged by some fans, and you can buy it on Discogs. Proud. Which is the name of, I think, one of Korn's first ever unreleased tracks, Proud. It was never put on an album, so that's why it was called that. And then you've got Unplugged, which has guest stars Amy Lee and Robert from The Cure. You know, you don't get much better than The Cure coming on, which is one of Jonathan Davis's biggest influences. So he had a great time with the guy from The Cure. I think let's try and at least get you a picture of that. There's Fieldy on bass. There's Monkey. There you go. There's Amy Lee, Jonathan Davis, and Monkey looking really uncomfortable. And then there you go. Singer from The Cure playing with Korn. And if you haven't heard the tracks that they're on, you really need to, because they mix and match Cure songs with Korn songs. And for a fan of both the bands, it's basically an orgasm in a CD. Next we have, and this is really rare, so this is called Chopped, Screwed, Live and Unglued. It's basically just, so there's remixes, then there's a live and unglued, which basically means, you know, just alternative versions of the live tracks, and a bonus DVD which includes the live acoustic performances and behind the scenes footage. It's basically just like an official version of Proud, so it's all of their unreleased rare live tracks all on a CD, and it was to accompany the See You on the Other Side album. But it's really rare, at least in the UK. It took me a long while to find. Then you've got their official live and rare album, This was really commercial, so most people will have this if they're a huge Korn fan. Did My Time, Blind, Falling Away From Me, Right Now, Got the Life, Here to Stay. These are the live tracks. Freak on a Leash. Another Brick in the Wall, which is a Pink Floyd cover, live, parts 1, 2 and 3. One, which is a Metallica cover. My Gift to You, Adidas. And then Earache My Eye and Proud, which are both bonus tracks, unreleased tracks. Unreleased official tracks, anyway. Then you got the Greatest Hits, but I know there's loads of Korn Greatest Hits, but this is the one that is, you know, condoned by the band. This was released by the band. That's why it's called Volume 1. Any other Greatest Hits, Best Of, whatever, then they're not condoned by the band. This is the only one that is, and this is the limited edition version. So you got the standard disc, you got the band, the original members of the band, and then you got the bonus disc, which has, I think, the videos that you can see there. And the back listing here. And oh no, the DVD is live tracks, so it's a gig, not the videos. Then you've got the Korn official live album, so it's the Path of Totality tour. I imagine it came out after the Path of Totality. I think it did anyway. Oh, sorry about that, advertising. You can see the crew and the band. So this includes tracks all the way up to Path of Totality, which are the dubstep songs. You got the back here. Get Up, obviously, is the first track. And then we have, so this is, I wouldn't usually do this for this sort of thing, but this is Jonathan Davis's solo album. But the only reason I'm doing that is because not only is he the lead singer of Korn, he also sings Korn songs on this album. So it's sort of like if you're a Korn fan, you're going to like this too. Unlike Stone Sour, you know, for Slipknot fans, yes, it's the same singer, but they don't sing any Slipknot songs, and they're a vastly different band. Whereas this is more like a Unplugged album for Korn, because it's Jonathan on his own with a band, an acoustic band, and he's just mixing shit up. And he sits in a chair while he sings, which is weird. But you know, if you're into classic Korn or raw Korn, this is a good place to go. And this is called Alone I Play, which is clever. And live at the Union Chapel, that's where it was from. Okay, that is the Korn collection of limited edition and rare albums. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully we'll have a next time. Actually, next time is Slipknot, so it will exist.